Hey guys, I am coming to you live from our farm shop. I'm just gonna chit chat for a few minutes while people jump on live. So yeah, it is a gloriously rainy, windy day outside today. Man, we just received the best money rain ever for our crops. So, hey, how are you? I'm on my phone today and it's not telling me as you're joining. So if you want to type in the comments, hi, I would love to see who's joining me live. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited to be here with you. Okay, so honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. I have like 10 million topics. Let me tell you, my life has been a roller coaster of change and all of the things. And today I'm in the shop. It's just a rainy, windy day, and Travis and the kids are hanging out at the house. And our Wi-Fi signal isn't the best in the places where I would have some a quiet room to talk to you guys in. So I came out here because there's nobody out here today. And I have good Wi-Fi. Okay, so what do we want to talk about? Okay, so hi Loretta. Hey you. Some of the crazy things that I've learned. Okay, so let me just start from the beginning. My name is Catherine Oster. Hi. I'm a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness. And Access Consciousness is this whole set of tools that allow you, that when you use these tools, you can start to consciously create your life. So, man, these tools have been a game changer and a lifesaver for me these last couple of days. Hey, Shauna. Actually, this last couple of weeks has been really crazy. So, some of the things that we learn about or that, we talk about in the Access classes, and the very first Access class that you can take is the bars. The bars is so amazing. It is this energetic body process where there's 32 points on your head that you learn where the points are and you just touch them and pull energy. And it allows you to change energetic limitations that might be up in your life. And then the next class is called the foundation class after the bars. And in the foundation class, like in the bars, you'll also get some of these tools that I'm going to talk to you about today. And in the foundation class, you get even more in-depth knowledge, information, tools to really look at how you have created your life as it is today from the foundation. Look at what you would like to change in your life, and you have tools to take home into your life and start to change that. And one of those tools is asking questions, talking to things. So I was talking about the rain today. And one of the places where I've taken this tool and really used it, like communing with things, is on our farm. And I'm gonna out my crazy today. I'm gonna tell everybody how crazy I am on Facebook. I talk to the plants, actually. So we were dry. Like, we had a really amazing rain at the end of May on our farm. We don't usually get rain in May. I think I talked before on a coffee chat about how we're usually, looking for rain by the middle of June. But this year it came early, and it came in May. And it hasn't rained since until yesterday. So, but it's rained around us in different places, and that's cool. And yesterday was our first rain. And so I was in Calgary over the weekend with my family, with the kids and stuff. And I'll probably tell you more about my Calgary trip next week on Coffee Chat. But we were there, and it was raining there. And I knew we needed some moisture at home. Like, I knew the plants were thirsty. Well, and how did I know that? I actually asked them. So one of the energetic tools that I use is I close my eyes And this is how I engage with the plants. And you can try this. Try this for yourself. Play with it. See how it works for you. We all have different energetic capacities. Now, if anybody would have told me before I took any access classes that I could do this and that it would work, I would have told them they were crazy. But anyway, here we go. So I close my eyes and I just think of the land. So we have like 3 different farms. We have like a Turtleford farm, a St. Walburg, or Spruce Lake farm, and a St. Walburg farm. And I close my eyes and I think of the land, and I know all of the fields, and I know what's seated there, and I just think of the plants and the crop that's growing there, and I say hi to them. I'm just like, hey guys, hi plants. And I ask them, like, how are you? And do you need any moisture? And they were like, yeah, we're a little bit thirsty. And this just comes up as a thought in my head, okay? So I'm like, okay, so I told the plants, I'm like, hey guys, like, do you know that you can pull clouds into the sky to rain on you? Like, I told the plants that they could make it rain if they need rain, like when they need it. I just said, hey, you know, you could just pull energy from the sky. You could pull the clouds in and you could pull the rain that you need, the amount of rain you require when you require it. I told them that. And I'm like, whatever energy I can contribute to you creating that moisture for yourself. Or maybe it's the sunshine. Maybe you've been having a lot of rain. Maybe you could talk to the plants and ask them to pull in the sunshine. And I also I tell them that they're so beautiful and amazing and how grateful I am that they're growing for us in our field. And I ask the plants, like, how much money do they want to generate for us? That's another topic that I might touch on today, is money. And so I go through each location, each of our farm locations in my mind, and I tap into the plants. And I tell them this, talk to them this way. This is what I was kind of talking with them on Saturday before I left, and Sunday. And then when we were coming home from Calgary yesterday, it was raining in Calgary. And then I just talked to the clouds and the rain, and I was like, hey, do you guys want to come home with me? Follow me home, because we could really use you on our farm at all of the locations. It would be really great if you guys wanted to follow me home. And so I'm driving home, and it's raining the whole way. And then we're kind of in Wetaskiwin is one of my fuel stop places. And I was like, hey, clouds, if you beat me home, that's totally cool. You don't have to wait for me to get there. You can just go ahead and you can rain before I get home. And it was after that I was texting with my brother-in-law, and I said, hey, is it raining there? And he was like, yeah, a really great shower just came through. It was so great. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome, And I said, I'm bringing more rain home with me. And he was like, okay, great, drive safe. And so it was raining the whole way, and I get to Lloyd, and I phoned Travis, my husband, and he was so happy. He's like, guess what? It's raining. And I'm like, oh, I know. And he's like, how do you know? And I said, well, I asked it to. And I know that sounds arrogant. And are you willing to ask for what you require? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jan. Hey, Donna. I'm just seeing you guys joining now. Are you willing to ask for what you require? So now, my husband, Travis, when it starts getting dry, and he knows we need rain, he starts to go into the crazy and the drama of no rain. He starts to be like, oh my God, it's so dry, and the plants are dying, and the leaves are dropping off because it's so dry, and we're gonna have a crop failure, and I'm not gonna spray any fungicide, and blah, blah, blah. That's where Travis goes to. Now, what these access classes, what the foundation class has shown me, is that if you are just willing to ask for what you would like, there's a greater chance it can show up for you. And in these classes I learned, you can talk to things. You can actually, plants have a consciousness. Animals have a consciousness. My vehicle has a consciousness, and you can engage with that if you're willing to explore and be defined as crazy if you tell anybody. Now, that's the other thing. You don't actually have to tell people that you do this. Now, I'm a facilitator and I want to empower people to know about these tools. I mean, damn, I wished I knew about them earlier. And I'm so grateful I discovered them when I did. And so I'm willing to out myself as the crazy person. So it rained, and it rained when I pulled in the yard, and it drizzled like the most perfect rain all night. I think we've received just over an inch of rain, and it's perfect. And it didn't come down too hard. So sometimes if it pours really hard, it just runs off and it's not actually soaking in. And it soaked in. It was amazing. Like, how does it get any better than this? And so that's one of my crazy farming techniques. Another one of my crazy farming things is I ask the grain to make babies in the grain bins as we haul it out. And so kind of on our farm, I know how many acres we have of each crop, and I'm a part of the harvest crew, so I'm right in there. I know how much bushels we're pulling off. Travis, my husband, fills the bins, so he keeps track of how many bins and approximately how many bushels. And at the end of the year, so we just finished hauling in some of our wheat and some of our canola, and at the end of the year, we magically have more than we thought originally. I know, it's crazy, and it's happened every year. And I just ask, I'm like, hey, grain babies in the bin. Like, I talk to them like that. Like, they're really cute and fun. And I'm like, if there's more room in that bin, like, you guys could just make babies and fill it up a little bit more for us. That would be so amazing. And then I just kind of leave it. Like, I don't get hung up on if it's going to work or not. I just ask and I just play with it and I have fun with it. So that's really cool. So, I wonder, what if you asked your bank account or the cash in your wallet to make babies and have more money for you? Or another thing that I'll do, oh, look, there, the sun's better. You can see my face better now. I also train horses and I teach riding lessons. And when my training horses, when I get caught up to what I have booked for training horses, I will just start asking, like, energetically, in my head. I don't usually say it out loud, but you can. I'll just start looking for, I wonder what horses would like to come for training next. I wonder what horses would like to come for training next. What horses want to come play with me? What horses want to show up? And I'll just keep asking that, maybe once a day or once every couple of days, when I get the hit, when it just comes to mind, when I start wondering about training horses. And lo and behold, I'll receive a Facebook message, a text, or somebody will tag me in something, and I will get the next training horse. The next training horse is booked. And what if, the mantra in Access is all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And what if it truly can be that much ease to seriously ask things and commune with things and engage with energies around you? Now, I shouldn't say we all, but if you're watching this video, chances are you have capacities with energies. And an entity, I mean, the plants are an entity and the horses are an entity. And our farm is an entity, though that's what I mean by entities. So you could just ask yourself, truth, do I have capacities with entities? Now, what is the first word that comes to your mind? Yes or no? If you get a yes, then you could just start asking to explore that. What is that for me? What are these capacities? Universe, show me these capacities. Show me how I can use them. Show me how I can create my life with them. Show me. Now, and the other thing is I don't ever doubt it. The second we go to doubting something, the second we go to judging ourselves as wrong if it doesn't show up right away And the other thing is, it never shows up like you think it will. But the second we go to doubt and judgment, we actually destroy what was already getting created. So you have to cultivate and develop this trust in yourself that you are not wrong, and that just because your ask hasn't shown up for you right now or tomorrow or when you ask for it, that you have to trust that doesn't mean it's not showing up. What it means is it takes time for the universe to rearrange things for your ask to show up. Okay? So in the beginning, that was hard for me. In the beginning, I would always go to doubt, and I'm like, well, I asked for this and it didn't happen, and so I must be wrong, and I asked wrong, and I don't deserve it. No, that is horseshit. You have to catch yourself in that energy, and you have to run the clearing statement. You can run the clearing statement, which is right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And the clearing statement is an energetic magic wand that clears all of that doubt and judgment energy. And then just be like, man, okay, what's it really gonna take to have this? I didn't know if the rain was gonna happen for sure. I didn't know. And what I did know though was if it didn't show up with me when I got home like I do, I was just let it just be, okay, maybe it'll rain tomorrow, maybe it'll rain the next day. Maybe it's gonna be a drought this year because maybe that is gonna drive or direct our farm into another revenue stream that's gonna create greater. You also have to develop this trust that the universe has your back, that no matter what shows up, it's got your back. And you can show it. You can ask it to show you. Universe, show me all the ways that you have my back. Show me all the ways you have my back. And that will start to strengthen that trust you have in yourself and in what's showing up for you in your life. So yeah, if it didn't rain and we did have a drought this summer, I know that it is showing up because it's creating a greater future for us, and it freaking never shows up like you think it will. It never shows up. The change you are asking for never, ever shows up like you think it will. And how do I know that? Because the last 3 to 4 years on our farm have been tricky. Tricky in the sense that it snowed during harvest, that there was never any extra days to get the crop off, but we did. And when I look back, we did it because we were going with what popped. It's funny because Travis said we didn't fight anything when it came up. So like a couple years ago, the first snow harvest we had, we were sitting in the shop here and we were like, what are we gonna do? It's snowing, or the fall was wet. It was September. I don't even think it snowed yet. And my brother-in-law was like, well, we need to get a grain dryer. And I'm like, yeah, we should really look at that. And the energy was just like that yes energy. We really should look at that. And we were just following the energy, Now, what we could have done was say, oh no, we can't afford it because we didn't really have the cash to get a grain dryer, but there's leasing programs and whatever. But when he said grain dryer, the energy was there and everybody was like, yes. So we looked at it, we got it booked, it showed up. And the freaking week after it showed up, it got wet and muddy and it snowed. And then the grain drying company was actually getting sold out of grain dryers. Like I remember hearing of people in the area who were looking and couldn't get one because there wasn't any available. But we didn't fight that yes energy. We just did it and we jumped in and we were like, yes. And I know that grain dryer, the last couple of harvests, has contributed to us getting our crop off. So it's trusting that energy, following that energy, and not fighting it with doubt or judgment or fear or not knowing. And that takes trust in you. But and in the beginning, I couldn't perceive energy at all. Like, I've been playing with these tools for 6 years now, and in the beginning, I didn't really know what light and heavy was. I was using light and heavy as right and wrong, but that's not really true. Because the second you go to right and wrong, you're using a judgment, and judgment does not give you access to your awareness. So what I'm telling you is that if you can't perceive the energy now clearly, it's okay. Keep going. And one way to really, I like my pen, one way, one way to really tap into the energy is muscle testing. Google muscle testing, and you can start using that as a yes, no, because then you're tapping into the energy and you're getting out of your head, but you're also getting a more clearer read. And if these conversations are engaging you at all, and you were like, I want to learn how to talk to plants. Bars and foundation classes. In the foundation class, you spend 4 days of receiving bars and body work, which allows your body to tap more into that and strengthen and cultivate your energetic awareness and capacities, and 4 days of conversations of what that could be, what that could look like. And so that's just some of my crazy stories I've got for you today. Hey, Auntie Debbie. Hi, Carol. Hi, Hannah. Oh my God, I'm so excited to have you here. So just start playing with them in your life. I think Travis is actually coming to the shop now. I can hear him driving up. Just start playing with these questions. Like, what do you have to lose? If you are living on a farm and it's really wet for you, what if you could ask the plants to pull in the sunshine? And if you're looking for some rain, or you want to have some rain, what if you could ask the plants to pull in the clouds and have the rain? And then don't doubt yourself. Trust yourself. And if it doesn't show up that very same day, it's okay. It doesn't mean you asked wrong. It means, what if there's something greater in store for you? So, thank you guys so much for watching. And next week, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my trip to Calgary. So have an amazing rest of your day, guys, and bye-bye for now.